Hello? Can I see somebody in there? So, this week's been crazy. Yeah, it clearly has done because it's full of it. I just don't know how it would get up there. Carry on. Right, we're back. Another video. So as promised, we're going to get stuck into this back end, get this rust done. The noise that you can hear off to the side is my young apprentice, but she's a bit camera shy. So she's doing a little bit of woodwork. Got the heater blasting on us for a bit of warmth because it's, down to like 4 degrees. So it's nearly freezing, but we'll see what we get done. So we'll start getting chopped into this, have a little look on this side, see what's going on, get this panel and see how we get on with it. Right, I think the first thing we'll do is we'll take this back wheel off, get this plaggy trim off, and then we'll sort of start having a bit of a root underneath here and see how bad it is. Trim's off, wheels off, and this looks crusty. Let's see what we got. Oh god. It feels like super soft, like tissue paper. Let's get a scratter. Right then, this is the underside. Gaping holes, which is rotten. So that's the other side that we just saw. And I'm guessing this is the repair panel, which is literally Tiger Seal. I'm guessing is what the garage did for me when I took it there all them years ago. We've been a little bit distracted tonight because I've had my oldest daughter in here, and we've been making some little wood faces that she's been doing at school. So we've been on with them. There you go, dude. Start with wood faces. She'll be welding cars next. A bit slower because I don't want to get the knot wheel out and start slinging loads of fumes up in the air with her being in here. So we're just sort of scratching around tonight. I mean, what was there? Because that has been chopped off. Yeah, what was here? What would have been on this bit here? Near that back support, that's been welded on at some point. Exhaust hanger. But what would have that been? Would that have been an exhaust hanger? No idea. Look at this. Oh yeah, looks good that. Shall I show it to camera? If anybody's interested in the little wood face keyring hangers, they're live now on Rick's Rusts for £65. How's that all got in there? That's meant to be like sealed in. I mean, I think that bottom's quite solid, to be fair. Mud, it's all gathered up in this arch, but I don't know why it would even get into there because it shouldn't be able to. All this is sealed, so mud shouldn't be able to get, you know, this back piece here, this is all closed in, a piece of metal on this side, a piece of metal on that side, so that's all closed in, so you should never get mud getting chucked up in the arch to get into that piece. But yeah, it clearly has done because it's full of it. I just don't know how it would get up there. Hey, doesn't matter. We didn't get a great deal done, but look at the state of the floor. I actually think that this part's quite solid. I don't think that's rotten. We'll see. We'll get the knot wheel on it tomorrow night and we'll find out. Right, story time, guys. So the last clip you just saw was done on Tuesday night, with me and my older daughter. The Monday was sort of written off because my youngest daughter had a real bad stomach bug and she was sick. So then she was off school on the Monday. So this week's been crazy. My youngest daughter was poorly Sunday night, and on the Monday, not at school on the Monday. Well, she's not been at school all week. Real bad stomach bug, making her throw up. Anyway, Wednesday, my wife then starts to get a bad stomach, so you automatically think she's got a stomach bug as well. So I went to work on Wednesday, and I saw her in the morning and she was saying her stomach was really hurting her. By the time I'd got to work on the Wednesday, she was texting me saying that it was getting worse. Within half an hour, she was saying to me she was in chronic pain, like killing her. I was just thinking it's got to be this stomach bug. So anyway, I said to her, if you want me to come home, I'll come home, and we'll see what, ring 111, see what we need, do what we need to do. Anyway, so I came home and she's curled up on in a ball on the floor, crying her eyes out, shouting in pain. Rang 111. They got us an appointment booked in to go to A&E, to our local hospital. So we went through to the hospital, and basically she ended up staying overnight. But yeah, basically, so all her lady parts, like her ovaries and her tubes and whatever, were all messed up, not doing what they should be doing, and it's nothing that I could fix with a Ugga Dugga and a 19mm ratchet spanner. So they ended up having to operate on her, and then she was still in there on the Thursday, and then she came back Thursday, and then yesterday, Friday, we had a day of just a recovering basically, and then today's Saturday, so the full week has gone like that. So we're now on Saturday, and my wife's recovering, she's watching a film, and the kids are all happy, whatever. So I finally managed to get back into the garage. So yeah, crazy week. Maybe more detail than you need to know, but yeah, at least we know why I ain't gonna get as much done as I would like to have got done. But whatever, we're gonna crack on today and get a bit done. So I mean, with the whole stuff, I was convinced that she definitely had that stomach bug, and this is why, because she was sick, she was being sick and in loads of pain. I'm thinking, it's just this stomach bug, yeah, clearly not, yeah. Double jeopardy, yeah, leads you down one path and you think that's definitely it, and yeah, it wasn't, but she's well, she's been operated on, yeah, and she's good. So anyway, yeah, enough of that, let's get some work done on the car. Cheers, guys. Right, so now we all know my life story, or what I've been up to this week. We'll get cracked on, and we'll get the knot wheel on this back section, get it all cleaned off, and we'll see what we're dealing with. About to get messy. That's that first little section ground off, and yeah, it's decent. The metal's decent. Couple little rust spots, but nothing major. So now we'll do this. We'll do the inside here on this inner part of the arch. I'll give you guys a better look at what's going on.
So that's this repair panel inside here. So yeah, looking from this side and from the other side, so that's just been basically tacked on top of the existing inner arch. So it's just been a couple of blobs of weld here and there stuck on. And I say it could have been like that for years, I've no idea. But yeah, we'll get that chopped out, have a look and see what's underneath.
That was quite funny. Look how all the muck's built up in here. That. What is that? I have no idea what that is. Plastic. What the hell? Why is that in there? No idea. Well, that escalated quick, but yeah, I think we'd better get this full section out, and then I can remake, extend all these bits so it can all be spot welded back in, take these bits off, get it all totally cleaned up so it's got a bit of rust on here, so maybe do a bit of a repair on here. Yeah, then up inside, it's not terrible, a couple of little spots of rust. So we can make all this clean, get all these bits chopped out, get it all back to nice metal and start building it all back up. Got a hole in the floor, so that needs welding in. Yeah, it's quite a bit of work, isn't it? But we'll do it. We've had this soaking in here for a few hours. Oh, it's got some of the rust off. I think I'll leave it in there for a bit longer. I've took the rear brake disc and the wheel bearing off, and also the suspension. And what I can't remember seeing on the other side is this dust cover. That's for the rear wheel bearing. Now, yeah, the other side didn't have that on, but I don't think it had a dust shield on. I think it had rotted away to nothing. So is that part of the actual brake disc dust shield, or is that separate? I'm not really sure. If any of you guys know, then yeah, drop a comment for me, let me know. Yeah, it stripped out this side, and I obviously knew that it was going to be rotten at the top of here as well on this suspension strut tower. But yeah, I think it's actually worse than the other side. Hello, can I see somebody in there? Yep, so I've answered my own question. Yeah, it's separate. I haven't had a look yet to see if you can still get them, but yeah, so that just goes over the shaft. Yeah, so there wasn't one on the other side, so that'll be something I'll have to look at, getting some of these if you can still get them. I say as of yet I don't know. Trying to remove this this rear
half shaft. And I was so gentle with these bolts. Bit of WD-40, slightly unscrew it a little bit, back in again, slightly out again, a little bit of heat, whispering sweet nothings, treating them nice. Because, you know, saying to him, come on guys, you've got to help the mothership. And all of them, apart from that sucker there, snapped off. And I snapped 2 off on the other side last time, and they were a nightmare to get out. I guess 3 out of 4 ain't bad. And then so while I've been in this arch, I'm just sort of looking around, and I have not got a good feeling about this arch, guys. Like, it just looks scabby. Like, look down here. Right here, just all this. Yeah, not good. Again, boys, I've just not filmed a bit of this. Just basically cleaning up all these edges, ready to weld in new metal. Same as on the back there, started cleaning that up. In here, cleaning these bits up. Got rid of the bit off the bottom of here. And just sort of cut the shapes to a better size for making repair panels, you know, more easier shapes to make. But I think what I need to do now, I've been not wheeling a bit up in there, but I think I need to get into this arch, because obviously, like, this needs to be chopped out. So I think I need to not wheel in that arch. I mean, this by no means is going to be, I mean, in comparison to the other side that we've already done. So it is, you literally, there's a massive gaping hole. So it is not a, it's definitely not a easy repair or a straightforward repair. There's quite a bit to it, but yeah, I think I just need to start not wheeling all that other arch out, which is going to be messy. I'll put you on a time lapse. Sorry about the mask, but as you can see, I don't know if it'll pick it up on the camera. I don't know if it really does, but in here, it is, no, you can't really tell, but it's super smoky in here. Just with doing the not wheeling, so yeah, you see it on that light. So yeah, sorry about the, sounding like a total freak. But yeah, so I'm gonna call it there for today. Yeah, so it unveiled some nastiness once I got not wheeling. Look at that. Wow. It's had a repair here, which looks like it's just been put on top. There's another hole there. I don't know if you can see this, but again, the inner arch hadn't been welded to the outer arch, so I need a new inner arch. Yeah, what a mess. Look at that. Obliterated. So we'll have a go again tomorrow. So we'll have another go again tomorrow, hopefully. Maybe just a couple of hours, see if I can get that arch all not wheeled out, and maybe start making some panels. I don't know, there's a lot of work there. See you tomorrow. Right, we're back. Sunday. Gonna try and get that arch not wheeled out like we said yesterday. Have a couple of hours, see what we can get done, ready to get a video up tonight. Yeah, I'm just gonna crack on with it and then show you guys the progress that we get made, and get the garage door up and try and stop it getting as fumey in here. So yeah, it's not going to be nice. It's a messy job, but it needs doing. Here we go, boys. That's about 3 hours worth of not wheeling. and it is everywhere. But we've got quite a bit done. I can't really film it when you're doing it because otherwise my phone would just get absolutely wrecked. But yeah, so we've got majority of, let me just get the light in there for you. Got the majority of in this arch not wheeled out. You can see that big rust, the big hole up there. Yeah, that's quite bad. That's going to be quite a big repair. And then obviously this side down here, I mean, look at that. That's nasty, isn't it, that? And then the actual, it's hard to see because it all just glares back, doesn't it, with the camera. But yes, I've bent this outer arch out, and then none of this inner arch is connected, so it's all just been Tiger Seal too. So up in here was just all Tiger Seal, so I've got all that out, and then I'll chop this out and we'll put a new inner arch in. So at least now I can chop some of this out and start making, so I don't really want to start working on this arch. We'll get this chopped out and then we can make this part good, which then means we can then carry on with the back. So then at the back, I say, yeah, that's probably 3 hours worth of just on the grinder and the knot wheel. I mean, anybody who does cars, and it's got to be one of the worst jobs to do. So, because when we put this new back panel in, this will all be blocked up, and I want this, all the undercoat taken off that. So we've sort of ground all that off, and then also all underneath here again, because this seam here, which is where the new panel's gonna weld to, I don't want a load of this rubber coating in here because it'll just make this a nightmare to weld. Found another little hole here on this corner when we got grinding, so that's another little hole to do. Look at the state of my face. I am obliterated with stuff. Yeah, see, I've had my mask on. But yeah, for this week, that's it. I say just because of everything that happened with my wife in the week, not got as far as I wanted to get, but I think we're out for tea today, which some friends are doing tea for us. So at least we're on a good point now to actually start making some repair panels, and so that's an awful messy job, which is out the way. So that section's all done. Yeah, so for this week, guys, that's it. So until next Sunday, I'll see you later.